It is Wednesday night. Everybody say hi.
Hi, and it's Thursday.
I'm like, yeah, it's definitely not Wednesday night.
Awesome. All right, so you passed your first perception check.
Okay.
Hey,
Look at us knowing what day it is.
Rocking and rolling. All right.
We're learned doctors in here, okay?
All right, so
Sven's about to scare the rest of us off. Like, oh yeah, no, I don't play on Wednesday. Bye. Like,
that's right. Yeah, well, we had that happen last night. And so those of you who were watching the stream, it cut out before the intro finished. Um, but that's all right. So
that's my
you have
fault.
three of you tonight. So that means there's only three questions. Whether or not that's better or worse, we'll see when well, as we get rolling here. So you all, we'll start with Kendrick, going left to right on the top of my screen. So Kendrick, you were at the beach. You had found the conch shell and had returned it, releasing the spirit of this sea elf. Returned it to her banshee. Now she is freed to go roam the fields of Valhalla or wherever good sea elves go.
Yeah.
And as you guys were figuring out what to do, what was the point of getting the shark to lure? Of getting the crab to lure the shark into town, into shore. Why didn't you just leave?
Because we want the treasure in the ships, and the sharks are more or less patrolling it, so we're trying to rid ourselves of what might be in the way of us being able to freely explore the ships.
Very good. Awesome. All right, Talgan, Mantha, as Scrambles was doing his rodeo bit with the shark, there was one main event that happened with the two of them that pretty much sealed the shark's fate. What was that thing that happened that screwed the shark over?
Wait, screwed the sharks plural or the single shark that he was fighting?
The single shark he was fighting.
Oh, it jumped over the walkway and beached itself in like 2 feet of water.
Correct. All right, you guys are 2 for 2 so far.
Micah, don't fuck this up.
Yeah.
No pressure. All right, so Scrambles, as these, there were two other sharks that you guys weren't aware of that had shown up. One of them left right away. The other one was jumping back and forth.
Yeah.
SeaWorld style over this short, this causeway that was only a couple feet over the water. And as that was happening, I kept making rolls to see if Jackson was taking damage, and it wasn't from the shark. What was it from?
I believe it was from Taugen and his terrible spells, or it was either that or Jackson was doing wild magic, but I'm pretty sure it was because Taugen was near him or something. I could be wrong though.
All right, well that's close enough. Yes, Taugen was doing Witch Bolt, which is
That's
like
right.
the Emperor's lightning, so it connects, and as long as he concentrates on it, it keeps connecting with its target. My Witch Bolt continues to get stronger and stronger each round, but that's what he was doing, and that's why you all had to find because as the shark was jumping over, this electricity was blasting Jackson as well. Alright, cool. So you guys get a Benny. And tonight's Benny is a total of
Benny and the Jets. Sorry.
2d8 plus 10 in healing. So how you want
Ooh.
to divide that up throughout the night is totally up to you. If you don't use it before the night ends, you lose it forever. But you can do it at 1 hit point at a time. For the 10, you can do it as 1d8 plus 1, 1d8 plus 10, or use it all at once. Whatever you want to do as a group, you decide how you want to use that that bonus. All right. Anything else?
Could we roll the 2d8 right now so we just have that in the pool?
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
All right. So, go ahead and each one of you give me a 1d8. And we'll take the 2 highest.
Look at Sven being generous. Damn, 2 sevens and a 1. So I think it's pretty obvious which ones we're choosing, right?
Yeah.
We're taking the 7 and the 1, obviously.
All right. So, per the rules, though, the 2 sevens do have to be used completely. So you have to use a 7 at one point and another 7. It doesn't have to be used by itself, but you can do, and then the 10 can be used in any number of the 10 at a time. All right, so cool. So now you guys have that 24 points to play with. Anything else anybody wants to add from last week? Let me pull up the map for the stream to remind people. And I'm going to go ahead, now that there's no more sharks, I'll go ahead and take off the line of sight again.
I just want to add that Scrambles did cool shit last week, and we should appreciate that more.
I appreciate you mentioning that.
He was even talking about it on game night, guys. He was proud of this shit.
It's a batshit crazy idea to jump into the water with a
wrestle
giant
a shark.
Yeah. So I was happy with how it worked out. I wasn't sure it was going to go in my favor, but
especially when other sharks start showing up.
Yeah,
right.
As a role player, it's just in my genes to do crazy shit. So I was like, you know what? If I was 7'3" and I weighed 350 pounds and I could shoot lightning bolts out of my hands, I might dive at a shark. And so that's what Scrambles did, and it ended up being real cool. It could have gone real bad, but this time it didn't. So we're happy.
It's like if I fit that character profile, how much confidence would I have to be able to do shit?
Exactly.
And the answer is a lot, apparently.
Yeah, it was cool. If you missed out, watch last week's stream.
Oh yeah.
Shark wrangling.
Watch it at youtube.com/Spenster77.
Bang bang.
Little plug there. Hey.
Hey.
He is correct. All right, and also, for those of you physicists at home wondering why he didn't get shocked when he did his lightning, because it's magic.
Yeah,
it's meant to zap other people.
Because magic.
Had he had a generator and jumper cables, it might have been a different story.
Boom.
Alright, so why isn't this, do that first, and then do this, and this, there we go. Alright. So, now that you have, the sharks are dead or gone, what would you guys like to do?
Scrambles is going to try to harvest some shark teeth. I'm going to try to pull it as far as I can up onto the beach, or at least until the tide doesn't take it away. And then I'm going to try and cut out some of these crazy shark teeth. So I think it'd be cool.
The tide is rising. It has been rising since you guys arrived, obviously.
Yeah.
And it does look like the walkway does get submerged when the tide comes in, although not by much. You have determined that much. I had mentioned it. Did anybody pick up the mace?
I
Not
think
yet.
yeah,
Sharks started jumping at us uh, not
immediately.
pretty quickly in game time, but in real time they started jumping at us pretty quickly. So, no, it's still sitting on the walkway.
Because I thought Godin had grabbed it because no one else uses maces.
Yeah, I thought he had it too because of his god or something. It's a symbol for his deity.
I
But I
do
could
have
be
the
wrong.
mace. The mace of certain death is one I have equipped right now.
All
Oh.
right. And for those at home, what does the Mace of Certain Death do?
It means that when you hit something, it can't regain hit points until next turn.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Oh, nice. Like chill
And
touch.
also a +1 to attack and damage.
And it's a +1.
Yes.
That is a token, that's why I can't delete it as a layer. There we go. Now it's gone. Awesome. Alright, so it's also, by the way, I don't remember if it said it, but all maces are versatile. So if you don't use a shield, you can do 1d8 damage as well. It should be coded that way. Let me check. Mace, d6, click. Click.
Yeah, what I'm using my shield
It's not. Okay.
because I have ungot the AC this way.
Awesome.
That's why I can't sneak anywhere. A big +1 shield, and I've got my adamantine plate armor. That is just not going to be quiet. But things don't hit me easily.
Yeah.
Alright, and there we go. Anyway, so yes, you're able to pull it up. It is going to be probably most of the way up to the edge.
Okay.
As you're looking at the water line, if you wanted to stay above, at least for now.
I just
now,
need
it
it up
won't
there
take
long
that
enough
much, but
to yank out some of its teeth. Shark teeth are actually in real life pretty easy to yank out, but scrambles, I don't even know if I've ever seen a shark before. But I have decent survival. I don't know how high my nature's not that great. I know Taugen's got pretty good nature. So maybe I'll see if Taugen will help me yank out some of these shark teeth for us to keep as like souvenirs.
Yeah, Togen also has never seen a shark, but he's
Oh,
heard
cool.
of them before. So, he's gonna help with whatever Scrambles is gonna do.
Yeah.
alright,
I'd
before
like to
you
get 10 teeth in total. 10 of the biggest teeth, which is super easy to do considering sharks have hundreds of teeth.
Alright, so give me a survival check.
Okay. Do I get advantage because Taugen is helping me?
Yes.
Cool. Boom. 16's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad.
16 is really good. So you're able to, it only takes you about 13 teeth to get the 10 that you want.
Okay, I'll take that. I'll take that. And now this thing's called dagger mouth or dagger maw. How big are these teeth? Are they dagger-sized teeth, true to the name, or are these just regular old shark teeth, regular size?
Well, it depends on what you mean by regular. Even in our world, there are
Yes.
very huge sharks. This is a very, very large shark. It was about 12 feet long. So
Jeez.
they're probably a couple inches across, the bigger ones.
Cool. All right, cool. Well, I'm gonna throw them into my bag, and then I'm gonna cut off the dorsal fin, and it doesn't have to be pretty. I'm just cutting the dorsal fin off, and I'll throw it in my bag, and then rejoin the rest of the group. Hey, did we want to go check out those pirate ships, or Has the crab come over to talk to us after we murdered that shark?
What did we agree
Yes.
to give him if he helped us? Wasn't there something? Oh, it was just, you would just appeal to his good nature
Yeah.
Correct.
and for. Okay, very good. I remember now.
Keeps his friends safe or something like that. I don't remember how I posed
Sure.
it.
Something along those
It's
lines.
good for the
yeah.
environment. That's what it was. Like recycling. Everybody's doing it. Just
Everybody's
help us
doing it,
kill
so
the
you should
shark.
do it too.
Everybody's exactly. You want to be cool?
You
All
want
your
to be
friends are
cool
jumping
like
off
your
this.
friends? They're
Exactly.
jumping
We're all
off and
jumping off
fighting
cliffs.
sharks.
Exactly. All the cool kids are doing it.
So I would prefer not to be the one going in the water,
Well,
as I
yeah,
am
he did say that
laden in armor, metal armor.
he did say that the shipwrecks are like mostly out of the water, but like to get the stuff you just like dive under, if that makes sense.
So you all have
Yeah.
seen these shipwrecks, and that is not correct. It's you can see them, and some of the masts and some of the things are sticking out. But it is very much like Skyrim. If you've played Skyrim, you definitely need to be underwater to access anything that would be in the holds or fall into the bottom of the ocean.
Right.
Well, Tagan is called River Chaser, so I guess he's probably going to be the one to go down now that Scrambles has fought a shark and Godin doesn't fucking want to go in the water.
I'll go with him.
As long
to
as you
help.
guys are nearby, like
Yeah. I'll swim out there with him to help out. But I don't have a
Swim.
potion. I don't have a potion to hold my breath, so.
yeah.
I will hike around.
Yeah, you can just stand on the top of the cliff and use a healing word or whatever, you know?
Now you do have
Working my way around the shallows.
potion of water breathing too, so
Yes.
and that way you don't have to swim. You can just walk on the
Yeah.
bottom.
Exactly, Pirates of the Caribbean style. How confident are we in...
I will camp out right here.
Or better question, do any of us know if we drink half of it each, can half of us hold our breath for 30 minutes and the other half? Or is that not how potions work? 'Cause I don't know.
Tagan
Or is
has
it
already told you that that is
15
not
minutes?
how potions work.
Okay.
Yes, talking
Well,
no, he
we
is a
wish.
potion crafter. You have seen him craft potions.
Okay.
he would
Well, that's
know
why I
what-
figured I'd ask the group, and if Talgan knows that's not going to work, that's fine. I
He
just
looked
thought we'd ask.
like a little offended the second time you brought it up.
I forgot. It's been a whole week. I don't remember. I've fought and killed a giant shark since then, so I don't
Yeah,
remember
fair.
what's happening. Okay, cool. Well,
He actually jumped over the canal with him on his back, so yes, successfully maintained contact. So
Yeah.
Let's go ahead then and let's get going out there. And I think what we'll do is I'll leave all the stuff that I had taken on for the shark fight up on the shore as well, out of the waterway, so I don't have to worry about carrying any of that out to the ship. And then I'll bring rope with me so we can drag stuff back if we need to.
Yeah. Toggen's gonna leave, like, most of his stuff on shore. Like, the tent that he's carrying, don't
Yeah.
need that in the water. Like,
Yeah, I did
he's
that.
leaving most of his stuff.
I did that with my blanket and my tent and my cloak of billowing and all this
We
other
make
crap.
sure to, like, leave them, like, not on the sand so that they don't, you know, because otherwise
Wash
we'll
away.
still be finding sand in our stuff for years. Like,
And so he comes over. Oh, clack, 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 clack with his pincers. I can watch these for you. You may want to move them up a little bit. And he climbs up onto the walkway and points up to where your horse is, up the cliff, over the cliff face. You may want to put it up there, otherwise they're still going to get a little wet. And you
Okay.
can see as the water would flow in its left, pretty clear marks on the sides of the wall there. Of So you can move it up, put it up there.
Well, hey, Crab knows best, so
Yeah,
let's listen to him.
and I trust him. Not only has he been honest so far, but he also just watched us murder 3 sharks. So I don't feel like he's trying to play games.
He also helped us murder those 3 sharks. Like, he didn't
That's
fight
true.
them, but, like, he was, for sure, like, he lured them in.
Toggin, you're absolutely right. It's mainly his fault those sharks are dead. I get what you're saying.
If anybody's mad, we will point to the crab.
Exactly. If anything happens, any environmentalists come around, we
Like,
saw him
oh
do it
no,
first.
where did that endangered shark species go? Oh, I don't know.
I don't
That
know.
crab, I
Ask the
think.
crab. He was
Yeah,
here
the crab
first.
had some bad intentions. I heard him talking shit about this shark. I mean,
Exactly. Anywho, so yeah, we'll leave our stuff with him and move it up towards the horses like he recommended because that makes sense logically.
yes.
All right. So where are you guys gonna go first?
Let's just go to the closest one first. Is that cool with you, Toggin?
Yeah. Can you move me with you?
Yep.
I
I was gonna
am
move us.
still. Yes.
So I
I'm
think we're gonna
still
walk on the
awake.
path as far as we can go on the path, just because it's easier than swimming in the water way the hell out there.
Right.
So we're gonna walk to about here, and then as far as like walking across like this area here, how doable is that, or do you think it'd be easier if we just swam? What do we think would be easier for us to do?
It goes
We're
up
both
80
pretty
feet from the water shore to the lip.
okay.
So, for example, where Godin is, he's treading water.
Just got
Or in his case, he's just standing in the water because of his armor. Um, it's almost a straight wall. Where you all are now is about as um, slow of a grade as you're going to get, and it gets steeper and steeper as you come around
okay.
the corner.
So then we'll kind of
You
go
will
as
eventually
far
need,
as
I
we
would say,
can
about
and tell us
here, about
right here is where we should get
the
into the
very
water.
southern tip along here
Okay.
is where you would have to be in the water.
So then we'll go to here, and then yeah, we'll get down into the water, and we're gonna try to swim to the closest shipwreck to here.
All right, so give me a perception check, you two.
Okay. One second, go into that. Yeah. Ooh, look at that. That nat 20.
All right. Toggin also rolled well. So you guys see that the name of this
Nice.
ship is the Orca.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
Orcas are badass.
Orcas are pretty cool, yeah.
And as you so there are
It was the ship in Jaws, but go ahead. Sorry.
so there are, as you swim up to the ship, there are some things, detritus and stuff still scattered on the ship. I mean, this was a shipwreck, and they haven't been picked clean at this point. So there's things, everything from clothes that have frayed and things. I mean, the water has done its damage to them, but and some sea creatures and stuff have come in and done different things. But for the most part, you can still find some things around. So, are you actively searching the ship, or are you just going to be doing a cursory glance? What is your intent as you get to these? We'll say you're doing this for all the ships, unless you tell me otherwise.
Sure. So because Taugen has that potion, I'm gonna kind of just find somewhere where I can stand safely, and I'm gonna spend my time just kind of getting the area where I'm standing and above deck, or anything that's above water, I should say. If I can see a place that's relatively safe to stand, I'll go stand in another place. But I'm kind of just skimming the top 2-3 feet of what I can see in front of me, and I'm relying on Taugen to do anything that's under deck because she's got that water breathing potion. So,
Okay.
I will warn you,
Well,
he
as
is
you
not great at investigation, but like, yeah.
sure.
So,
a couple things to keep in mind. As you said, it is very easy for you to swim underwater. Um,
mhm.
you guys can hold your breath for minutes at a time.
Yeah.
It's based on your
Constitution
constitution
modifier.
and so you could easily search. The problem you have is
Dark.
that Taugen does not have dark vision,
Oh shit.
and
Oh no, he can cast light on himself.
Nice.
so it's the ships themselves are in about 20 feet of water. So you have the mast that sticks up out of the water, and depending on the waves, and sometimes there's parts of the railing and things are out of the water, but most of it is submerged.
Okay.
And so you can see the deck fairly clearly
Fantasy
now
Grounds kicked me out.
that the sun has
Sorry.
come out and stuff and it stopped
Okay.
raining. But you can't see underneath in the holds very much. So
Yeah,
I'm
we'll have
gonna
to
get
swim
a
into
couple
it.
rolls from you guys. Checking your knowledge of ship. Mantha, if you want to grab your 20-sider,
Yeah, let me do that.
I'll roll it for you. We can also give it to Kandrick. Give Kandrick Taugen, and he can do some rolls if you'd like. If that's easier for you, since you're otherwise engaged. Whatever you want to do.
I'm still nearby. I'm trying to get things going, but it's being me. So I'm nearby. I have my D20 in hand.
Alright, I'm going to keep this visible with no DC. Alright, so go ahead and give me a check. And go ahead and give me a roll. If you can think of it, let's see. None of you had any kind of background of the sea.
I'm gonna use my inspiration to re-roll that because I don't like 8 very much.
Alright.
I rolled a 10, so
I'm hoping to do better on my second one. Nope, 8 again. What? The
oof.
8 it is.
Alright, so you don't know much
It
about
was destined
ships.
to be 8.
And let's see here. So Taugen is more of a reader. So he got a 12.
That sounds
You
about
know
right.
that there's a captain of the ship, and you know a lot of them have their own places. You also know that on the bottom is the hold, where they have goods if they're going to carry, if that's what or people or whatever they were built to do, is on the bottom, except for maybe, and that's where the crew stayed as well. And then there might be the captain's quarters. So those are places you would want to look that Togden can remember.
So if Taugen tells me that stuff, I'm gonna go to the places that I can swim to and kind of swim back up to get air. I probably can't make it all the way down to the hole because that's pretty far down in the ship. But I'll definitely go below deck a little bit, and then I'll come back up following Taugen. And once again, we have that big rope if we want to tie it around anything or pull anything out of the water. We can. We have our rope, so.
Yeah, I mean, you might. I don't know. You might want to tie the rope to yourself and like the mast so that you have like a.
Way to get
I
back.
know that your intention is not to get trapped down here and not to go very
Exactly.
far, but I want you to have a clear way to get back.
Sure.
Where if you start to panic, you can like start pulling yourself along the rope.
Yeah. No, I'm fine with that too, and that makes sense. I'm all about that life, so.
Alright, and let's see here. So Scrambles, you don't have dark vision either. So you
No.
also
I have to stick by Taugen. Yeah.
harder time seeing. Godin, do you have light as a cantrip?
No. Or yes, I'm sorry. Yes, I do.
Alright, so you guys want to motion over to Godin and have him come over and hit you up with some
Yes.
a light?
If you
Okay.
would, could I have light, please? So I
We'll
can
put it
see
on
where
like
I...
your horn, one of your horns,
Yeah, exactly.
Sure.
so you can
Throw
see.
it on my...
Um,
Perfect.
Alright, so in the Orca, with the rolls you guys made, you don't really find anything of value down in a hold.
Okay.
Scrambles, you find a locked chest in the captain's quarters.
Ooh. I'm gonna... I don't have any thievery, but I do have a crowbar. So I'm gonna try to use my crowbar. See if I can force it open.
Alright.
Also, keep in mind this is underwater, so
Yeah.
we can also bring it above water.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just gonna
And
give it an
keep in
initial
mind you guys can't
pop, and if it...
communicate really.
Yeah.
You don't have
Yeah,
a
I'm
way
just
of
gonna give it an
communicating
initial
to each
pop, and
other.
if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I'll come back up and... But I'm gonna try my crowbar first, see what
Alright,
happens.
so click the ADV on your
Okay, I clicked it.
mods. Okay, and then here's this.
Ooh, that 18 is good.
Alright, so that's a success. So you're able to pop it open. And you see there is a something, you guessing it's a book because it's sort of book shaped,
Okay.
that's wrapped in these some sort of leather or fur. It's hard to tell exactly. And there's
Sure.
also a wand.
I'm gonna grab both of those things and then swim back to the mast.
Okay.
Come up, breathe. Yeah. Put them into my backpack. Hold on with one arm to the mast, move my backpack over, stuff them in there.
And it's one thing that this is a game I play that I am a water breathing race, but yet I can be underwater for 3 seconds, and when I break the surface, every time it
Big gulp of air.
it's funny.
It's ridiculous.
Anyway, the minutia is in the details. All right, so
So I'll
Talking,
give it a
you
little
come
bit,
back.
and I'll wait around for Tonkin to show up.
Lots of molded food and mush, fruits and things that were down in the hold. It was difficult to swim in at times. As you stirred up the water, and it sort of started making all the water.
Oh, that's gross.
So Talgan comes up and he's got this goop on him as he's scraping it off him and stuff.
I think I should have gone the way you did.
Yeah, we've all been goopy before. Don't worry about it, man.
What does that even mean?
Alright, you
And
guys
then-
ready to go to the
Then you
second
see, yeah, then you see Scramble start swimming towards the second ship.
one? Okay.
Let me know if you want me to stop anywhere in the water. Oh, I'm sorry.
So
moved
this one
up.
you see is called the Golden Gull.
Okay. Cool. I'm gonna kind of do the same thing. I'm gonna find the mast or something sturdy I can tie my rope around, tie it around there, and go tinkering around down under. Same with
Okay.
Taugen, I'm assuming. We're gonna follow each other under the ship.
Alright, so go ahead and give me 20 cider, and Scrambles, give me this. 1 second. Perception. Go away. Click. Boom. Amantha, give me a 27.
I got a 7. You know, I feel like
So,
we should have given Scrambles the water breathing potion.
Well, I
so
don't know if I did any better or not. So
Talgan, you see as you're swimming down below, um, this one has two different steps fore and aft to getting down below, unlike some of the other ones. The Orca just had a central hole. There really wasn't even a way to get down there. There was a pulley system that would lower the stuff up and down, and the people down below into the hold. This one has steps. There's a hallway, and there are small rooms all along, and then a larger room on either end. And it looks like this was transported people. There were hammocks in each room. The two rooms on either end had a fancier beds and things. Again, the water has pretty much destroyed everything down below. Scrambles, you find another locked chest in the captain's quarters.
I'm gonna try my luck at it again. Pull on my lucky crowbar. Try and smash the lock open, or pop the chest open if I can.
And the crowbar gives you advantage, so click advantage.
I clicked it.
Alright, so you find in this one there's a bunch of electrum and a pouch, a black silk pouch.
What is electrum?
Oh, nice.
Electrum is
Money.
basically a 50-cent piece. So two
Oh,
of them
cool.
are worth 1 gold.
Cool. So I find some money I'll bring up to everybody. You said there's a pouch and then money, or money was
Yes.
in the pouch? I'm sorry. Okay.
Two
I will
different
grab the
things.
pouch and put it in my bag, or I'll grab the pouch and the money and swim back up with it.
Okay.
Just like my exasperated gasp.
So Talgan is much less slimed than he was last time.
Nice. No goo.
Not this time. We'll see about next time.
Hey, no worries. Like I said, we've all been gooey before.
He didn't mean to goop himself, but
All right, moving on to the next one.
then Sven's doing the typing.
For now, I'm just throwing all the stuff I find into my bag. I'll worry about splitting everything up when we get on shore, because I don't want to be out in the shark-infested waters for too long if I don't have to be.
And now these waters are significantly less shark infested.
Yes. Okay, so your horn is still glowing as you guys come upon the Vainglory.
Ooh.
This one was severely damaged. It's cracked down the center.
Yeah, it's really close to
And
shore.
Both of them, are slanted. The anchors on the back, and there was a smaller one in the front, and it's just dragging. It's basically like somebody cracked it over their knee and broke it in half.
I'm curious how that's spelled. Is it vein as in like vanity, or vein as in blood pumps through it?
I'm
Good
not sure I've ever heard the VEIN glory, Vainglory, but it is spelled Vainglory, VAIN
Okay.
glory.
Hey, I don't know. That's why I asked.
Maybe a vampire would like the Vainglory.
I mean, yeah. Somebody who goes around murdering a lot of people, spilling their
He's
blood.
really good at draining his victims, so he has Vainglory.
Hey, his vein extractions are pretty glorious.
All right, so go ahead and give me another roll, Mantha. And scrambles.
Push one at me.
Here is this one.
Okay, fucking finally, it was a 17.
Same song and dance as before. Gonna try and tie my rope off around something that's relatively sturdy. At this point, I've seen 2 captain's quarters, so I'm pretty sure ships have an area that has a chest in it. I don't know why every ship has one spot that has a chest, but like, I'm pretty sure they all do now. So I'm gonna start looking for that spot in all of the rest of the ships. I don't know the significance of that spot, but I know it exists.
So
Every
whenever you
single time
guys,
he's on a ship from now, he's just going to go straight to that spot on the ship
Pretty
and
much.
check for a chest.
If I can figure it out.
Sorry,
if-
Kendrick, you were going to say something.
whenever you guys are not underwater, I'm waving my hands frantically
Oh shit,
and pointing to the west.
that's not good.
If you can hear me, you might hear something like "Ark."
Okay. He sees an
I
arc
wonder
over
what-
there
Oh, there's an arc?
Well-
That's a really big boat, huh?
of the Covenant, or what
Yes.
type of arc is it? Anyway,
It is a big boat, I think.
So get out. You also see me get out my crossbow.
okay, so he's jumping around, waving about a shark. As soon as I notice
going to
him doing that, I'm gonna.
Slightly higher ground to get a good angle.
Is there, like, any part of...
Go ahead. What was your question?
Oh, is there any part of the ship that we can, like, stand on that would be out of the water?
The mast,
Okay.
especially this one.
'Cause-
This one is, like I said, it's cracked in half, and the 2 halves are down the bottom.
Because it's like, Tuggan likes using electricity spells, but like, he would rather not just kind of murder Scrambles.
Yeah, I would also like to not get murdered.
Alright, so go
You know,
ahead,
just a
roll.
personal preference.
Alright, so
I
with the
guess-
2 rolls you guys just did, you don't the chest you find in this one is not locked, and it had a bunch of papers and things. You might you see sort of 1 scrap is left. You notice maybe a map. You're not really sure. It's all been destroyed by the seawater. It was not watertight.
Okay.
So you don't see anything in here. You see a picture frame, but you can't. Whatever was in the picture frame is destroyed now. Taugen, you do see a couple skeletons down below, but you notice that one of them has a cloak that still looks brand new.
Okay.
And God knows you have no problems climbing up that side of the steep cliff and finding a good little perch.
I think because he's underwater, he's just going to put the cloak on himself, so he has his hands free to keep searching. Or whatever he's doing. He's just going to just put the cloak on so that his hands are free, if that makes sense.
That makes sense. That tracks.
Okay.
Scrambles is gonna stay above deck after that until he can see Taugen again. And then,
Taugen comes out. He's wearing a cloak now.
oh nice, got you a cloak. Very cool.
Maybe we could find cloaks for the rest of us, and we could just be the cloak one.
There you go. The cloak gang. Anyway, hey, I don't know if you heard earlier, but there's sharks in here. Do we really need to check these other 2 ships, or should we just get out of the water? What do you think? I think if we're gonna do the other ships, we better get going on it. I don't know how much
Oh,
time.
mini sharks.
I don't know, but Godden was
Oh
yelling
wait,
about it.
wait. Sorry, Talion has a message. So or whatever it is. So he can point at Godden and whisper so that Godden can hear. What is he gonna say? Tell us what you want to say. That's just what he's gonna say.
Uh, there's a shark out there, but it's not coming any closer yet. It's about 100 feet out. Just kind of
Oh.
circling.
Okay. And Tagan's going to pass that on to Scrambles. I think it seems like it might be okay to keep going.
Yeah, we'll just be careful and pick up the pace a little bit. So we're gonna go over and swim above the boat water as much as we can. Try and keep away from open water,
Mhm.
and then swim from there to like there, and from there to like there, if that's okay with our DM.
All right. So as
I
you,
think Mike is probably making good decisions, so I agree.
Well, I'm just swimming from closest point of the boat to closest point of the boat, rather than swimming
Mhm.
like around the bow and stuff. So
Yeah.
corner to
No, I
corner,
agree.
so we don't have to be in open water as much as possible.
so this one's called the sea urchin.
Ooh.
Ooh.
This one, the prow is just slightly above water. The front of the ship is sticking up. Again, this one was split in half, but the thing got stuck on a rock. The front did, and is slanted.
Okay, so we're gonna go to exploring this one next then.
All right, so go ahead and Mantha, give me the roll, and
Okay. 7. It's fine, guys.
Scrambles, there's yours.
Pelican's just caught off guard by, like, how weird it feels to breathe water. Because he's never done this before. So, like, he's distracted the whole time.
All right, so you swim down into the hold and start searching through the hold. You find well, there's some ore. That's all. Has crap growing all over it and stuff. Big chunks of ore, and in a large section of the hold, and then the other section was crates, and it looks like most of the crates are different, nails in one and horseshoes in another, just iron, rods of metal on the floor, and most everything there has been rusted and is crusted and ruined.
Oh, that's fun.
Did I find a chest in this one or no?
You did find a rock chest.
Nice. I'm gonna
And
try and
there's
bust
a
that sucker
starfish
open.
on it. A little
Oh,
starfish.
a starfish. That's cool.
He is.
I probably don't know what that
It's
is.
a living creature on it, not
Oh.
carved into it or anything. There's one just sitting on it.
Is it bigger than my hand?
No, it is
Okay,
about
then-
the same size as your hand. It's about 5 inches across.
Okay.
It's actually a lot smaller than your hand, but still.
Well,
5
that's
inches
cool. I
across.
don't care that much about starfish, so.
I want to know what you would have done if it was bigger than your hand.
we'll never know, will we?
That's why I'm asking.
I don't know. I probably would have tried to be really careful not to disturb it or try to talk to it, but
Trying to talk
so-
to it underwater.
yeah, I would have definitely made noises underwater. Don't act for 1 second like I'm smart enough to know that I can't talk underwater. Anyway, so I'm gonna try to open
You'll
the
figure
chest.
it. You'll
Yeah.
figure that one out after you try it for the first time.
Yep, that one is planned.
Suddenly become really glad that you tied the ropes as you panic and pull yourself along.
Yeah.
So are you trying to open it again?
Yes, I'm gonna try to open it
Okay,
up.
so just do it. Click on advantage and then roll. This one is a DC 13.
Is this gonna be strength or what is this gonna be?
Athletics. I've been pushing
Athletics.
athletics.
16. Try to get the chest open.
Alright, so that's enough. It pops open, and this.
Ooh.
So you see this yellow mush stuff, and give me a. I'm gonna say investigation. Let's see that here. I'll push it to you. It's gonna be pretty easy though. So there. Boom.
Okay.
There you go.
Let's hope it's easy for me.
Oh,
We'll
I
find
had
out.
I had it hidden. You rolled a 14, so that's a success.
Hey, that's awesome.
So you realize it was straw. It was packed with straw, and
Okay, so whatever's in there is fragile. Fragile, as the Italians say.
So please don't chuck it against
The
the wall to see if it's
fragile.
magic.
Oh, I'm underwater. I don't throw things
Fragile.
against the wall underwater. That's not how it works.
Oh, nice. Nice. Nice.
So I'm going to
I gotta say
carefully.
something, though.
Yeah, I'm going to carefully and gently feel through the hay. Try to see if I can grab anything out of there, because
there's a 9-inch tall blue quartz statuette of a mermaid.
oh, cool. I'm gonna grab that for sure, and I'm gonna feel around. After I'm holding that, I'm gonna feel around under. Is there anything else under there?
No, but
Okay.
this hay is now starting to permeate throughout the water and stuff.
I'm getting all goopy. Hey, we've all been there. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna come up. I'm gonna go. Oh, look at this. Some mermaid.
It is a statue.
I mean, obviously, I don't think I found a full-grown real mermaid. But yep, it's a statue.
Alright, and the last one is called the Star-Crossed Lover.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
like ships in the night, just passing each other by
Nice.
and dying. Okay, cool.
And let me go ahead and push you the roll.
Do some exploring on this one too.
Alright, and Mantha, go ahead and give me the 20-sider.
I swear, this die hates me. I got an 8.
Okay.
So.
Alright, so this time there is a, so down below, and this hold again, you find the crew's quarters, and you look at the other areas. It looks like you find lots of dead cows. There's probably 30 dead cows. Takes you a minute to realize what they are, because they have been picked clean
Rotting.
by the various fish and
Oh yeah, that's right.
Crabs and things in this area. There is a lot more wildlife in this ship as you're swimming, Taugen. There's crabs and shrimp and all these different things that are around. Scrambles. You find in the ship's, in the captain's quarters, you see the captain as a skeleton there. It's missing his hand, but with the roll you made, you see the hand on the ground over by the front, by the door.
Oh, cool.
The door was open, and you see it was broken open. So something broke open the door, and looks like it may have ripped off the captain's hand.
Okay, so this is where the crab got the mace then, huh?
You do see a chest, but it is not locked, and there's nothing of value in the chest.
Okay. Does the captain have any cool, like, war medals or anything? Or an eye patch?
No, you don't see anything like that.
Okay.
I'm going to McDonald's to join you and pick you up anything.
Well, there's nothing else there. Then I'm gonna come back up to surface.
Did we keep money to get something, whatever you want?
And when we get up to the surface, I'll wait for Taugen, of course, when he's done exploring. And then I'll holler for Godden to throw a rope down to us so we can climb up the side of the hill. Is that possible from where I'm standing to climb up here? Or no?
Cheeseburger and a
Ben is
small
occupied.
vanilla shake.
I thought that was you, so that's why I was talking so much.
Is it possible to
No.
climb up where?
Here, if someone lowers a rope down from the castle, could I climb up this hill? Or is that like the side of the castle?
That's the
Isn't it
side of
like
the
80
castle.
feet higher
It leads
though?
up to a straight wall, but
Okay.
you do see that there's other stuff right next to it
Sure.
that you could climb up to. The cliff face.
Perfect.
You could try. It is 80 feet, so
Yes.
it's going to take. Quick. All right, and Taugen, what are you doing as Scrambles now tries to scale this cliff?
Oh, I yelled at Godden to lower a rope for us. I'm gonna wait till the rope comes for sure.
Toggen's taking a look around in the direction that Godden said there was a shark, just so that he can like keep tabs on it and know if it is significantly closer.
Alright, so Godden, if you're going to go around that way, I need 2 checks from you. Give me a second.
Wandering through the shallows or whatever, just the same way I got there originally.
Alright, so Scrambles, you see Godden standing right next to you. Are you still going to yell?
Oh, no. Hey, can you show me how you got down here? Because I don't think I could climb that cliff safely.
I'm a couple of feet on the edge of the rocks, where the water meets the rocks, basically. So I'm just kind of walking along the side of the water.
Oh, okay.
I climbed up for a minute to get over so I could see better to see if in case the shark came, and I came back down.
Okay. So I'll just swim over to where he's at then, and kind of stand on the edge, and just wait for Taugen to come. And then we'll kind of skirt the perimeter.
Alright, so you're going to keep going around that way? Alright, so...
Yeah. Out of the water, at least.
Or at least feet in the water kind of thing. I mean, wherever the best walking spot is along this crap.
Alright, so let's just do percentiles for the 3 of you.
Okay.
Let's see if that's gonna actually go through. Oof.
Yeah, mine was
so
the worst.
Godden, you have no issues at all. You're still mostly dry by the time you get back to the walkway. Scrambles, you end up just swimming. It's just easier for you just to swim
Okay.
as you're going
Tide
around.
pools are not for me.
And Taugen, you're
I'll
about
just-
50-50, but you had the thing of water breathing, so it might be easier just for you to just swim as well. But you are not as good of a swimmer as he is, so it's sort of like a half-half. You're just sort of pushing yourself along, using the cliff face as you guys are going. But you do make it around. You do make it back to the causeway. By now, after searching all the ships and such, causeway is under about an inch of water, so sometimes it'll drop for a second and then wave will come back in. And so, as the tide has risen, going through the 5 ships, it's been just over an hour.
Oh, wow.
Because you guys wanted to give it a good thorough search, so
Yeah.
10 minutes each,
Yeah.
plus the swimming and then working your way back around. So you guys are not used to this. I know you're used to walking 8 hours a day and stuff like that, but swimming uses a lot of different muscles, especially swimming in the ocean.
Yeah.
Dealing with the salt water and stuff.
And fighting the tide. Yeah.
So you are a little worn out, a little tired from this exercise that you've been doing.
Well, hey, let's get back to shore and look through the loot.
The loot that Scrambles found. For the most part, yeah.
You have a dapper cloak.
He does have a dapper cloak.
Oops, come on. Boy, this does not want to cooperate.
I can't see the map, it's just gray, but I'm just trying to keep talking close to Scrambles.
Okay. Do you want me to just move them for you?
Yes, please. I was like, I didn't know if it was gonna be more of an inconvenience now that, like, you know that I'm on,
No.
but
I
I
give
just
no
can't
crap.
see the map.
As long as you're happy, I'm happy.
Alright, so you guys
Bold of you to assume I'm happy.
say farewell to the crab.
The crab.
To Mr. Krabs.
Goodbye, rock
Thank you
lobster.
again for releasing my friend. I know she's in a... Now her soul can be at rest.
And now you will have less sharks to worry about in the water.
Alright, he goes over and starts munching on...
The shark?
The shark.
Yeah, I mean,
That's sketchy.
we gave him dinner,
That
y'all.
got dark quick.
It's food, like.
I know.
It's
but-
seafood. He's a crab. It's his job to clean up the
It is.
seafloor.
It is circle of life. It is natural.
And Nightmare is still there.
Yeah, Nightmare!
Nightmare!
Forgot about Nightmare.
How dare you
Da-da-da.
forget about Nightmare?
I know, I named it. No, it's a stupid name. I forgot. Such a cool name. Anyway,
Alright, so we are...
so we'll, once we get up onto shore where the water's not going to come up at us, I'll take off my stuff. I think we should rest for a little bit if that's okay with you guys. I'm pretty exhausted from the shark battle and the pirate ship diving, and it'd be nice to sit down and get some food and see what the stuff was.
You're
Sure.
taking a short rest.
Hey,
Heck
good,
yeah.
good.
So you climb up, you do see that there's there were some steps carved into this cliff face as well. On periodically throughout the trail that leads down, it's about 40 feet up, and then you're on I guess plateau overlooking the water, and you can see the lighthouse out in the water.
Look how pretty it is.
And you're able, and you guys take a seat. It's mostly scrub grass and a couple of scraggly trees. There's not much up here, and as far as vegetation goes, you see the wind and stuff and the salt and stuff has made it to where not a lot much goes up here. But you do take a short rest. So if
Wow.
I'll go ahead and give. Let me get rid of this. Click. Okay. And that. All right. So the three of you aren't really hurt. Scrambles has a little bit of a couple wounds, but Other than that, the rest of you aren't hurt at all. And he still has 50 hit points. If you want to burn a hit die, you can. It's up to you.
Does anybody care if I steal 7 of our extra XP for today?
Extra HP, you mean?
Yeah, our HP, not XP.
Yeah,
Okay.
take one of the D7s. The
Cool. I'll take
sevens that we
that
roll.
full heals me then.
All
It's
right,
just
Yeah.
so boom.
We still have 14 left in case anybody needs it, but that way I don't have to use a hit die.
17.
No,
but yeah.
17.
You have 17 left. Yep.
Oh,
All right,
17.
so so you are fully healed after your short rest. It also gives you guys time to check out the stuff that you found.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
most curious about that weird book thing, but I don't know shit about books. So I'm gonna like open it up, and when I realize if it's a book, I'm gonna kind of look at it weird and then like
somebody else.
point it towards the rest of the group. Because I don't do. I know I can read, but I just don't do education. Does
You
not
can
participate.
read. You don't want to read, though.
Does not partake in education. So
All right, so we go to the party sheet and start adding some of this stuff. So you find it's a book, and you see that is sort of, you realize that's who owned the book, and as you're flipping through it, you see each page. It's not a text. Each page is its own writing. Sometimes it takes up a whole page, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes there are symbols and drawings on the page. As you're looking through each page, looks like there's a title on each page, but it's not written in common, and you're not sure what type of book this is. And there are a good half of the second half of it is empty, blank pages.
oh, that's cool.
Like they died before they finished it.
That's cool though.
I'll take a look at it. Do I recognize any of the languages? Is it Common, Elvish, Gnome, or Knoll or Goblin?
No, it's none of those languages. You also see that this is the name inscribed in it. Give me this. I'm going to say it's pretty hard. And check. There you go. So no, you're not sure exactly what this is. So the second half is blank. You know it's not a text, as far as it's not a story.
I hand it off to Toggin. See if what do you think?
Yeah, you share most languages. By any chance, is it giant? We'll see. Oh.
So you can't read it either, but you do realize that this is a spell book.
Oh.
So each page is a spell. And you know that if you can figure out how to read it, you know that your DM allows spell books to be used as scrolls. So you can rip out the page and use it as a scroll.
Ooh, that's cool.
Or you can wait for Lolin, and
Learn it.
as a
Yeah.
Lolin, who
wizard,
could probably.
she can Possibly, if she can interpret the writing, she can learn the spells. Put them in her own spell book.
Heck yeah.
Oh, nice.
That's cool.
With that was also a wand.
That's right.
Oh,
There's a
yeah.
wand. I'm gonna grab the wand. I'm gonna point it out towards the ocean. I'm gonna make swishing noises. Prefer I don't say that.
Abrica, fuck you.
Ta-da! The magic words.
Avada Kedavra.
Alright, so the end of the wand glows for a moment
Ooh.
Eliarmus.
and then goes dim.
Okay. Well, I don't think this is for me. So we'll hand it to somebody else.
Don't look at me.
I don't
Alright,
do
Talgan, are
magic.
you gonna mess with it for an hour?
I think Toggen's more interested in the cloak, to be honest. Because he already has a spell focus. So, like... He's like, this is a cool cloak. I like cloaks. I haven't really worn cloaks before. I like them so far.
They're pretty nice.
Jackson would tell you that the
Wand is magic.
wand and the cloak and the book are both magic. All
Okay.
three of them are magic.
Wow.
Cool. When Toggen is wearing the
that
cloak,
makes...
is it self-billowing, or does he look like he's
It does not
levitating off the ground, or can I
It's
see him?
billowing. It's billowing
Yes, you
in
can
whatever
see him.
wind is already here.
There are some things that cloaks do for you, and you can know what they are right away because you can see them. And some of them you
Oh,
can't.
that's fair. Toggen jumps up and down a few times to see if it
Just
does
go like
anything.
20 feet in the air. That is solid science, Toggen.
Or if, like, he falls slowly or something. Like...
Good call. Throw yourself off the cliff. Big brains.
Alright, so I'll let you determine how you figure out what this does.
Ooh, that sounds like fun.
Okay. You know, I think,
So what do they say?
I think he says something along the lines of, you know, I wish it looked more like yours, then we could match. And then it changes and looks,
That's cool.
very similar to Scrambles.
That is neat.
It doesn't billow, but it looks the same.
It doesn't, yeah, it looks the same, but it, does not billow.
Okay.
So,
Lots of guys can't get it up. It'll happen.
So for the rest of you, this is what it does. It's a cloak of many fashions.
The Cloak of Many Fashions is awesome. It's much
Okay.
better than the Cloak of One Fashion. Just
It
a
is
cloak.
infinitely better than the cloak of one fashion.
Alright, so Godin, did you want to mess with
Can we-
the wand
can we-
then?
Can we do like a multiverse thing and get that over to Gimbal at some point? Sorry. No, I have no interest in doing anything with a wand. I'm a cleric. I do with gods, not magical forces.
We do a little multiverse crossover in the SCU, the Svenzone, the Svenzone cinematic universe.
Svenzone news, yes, I like it.
Maybe Twitch.
Okay, we should definitely do a
Svenzone Twitch
crossover
universe.
event at some point.
That's right.
Yeah, see, the problem with that is that two of us would be playing two different characters.
Yeah, that's fine. I got no issues with that.
All right, so let me throw some of these things on here.
Yeah, what about
So-
the stuff in the bag? And I had like a little pouch with some money. I'll make
There's
sure
the
that gets divided
statuette.
evenly. I do
Oh,
want to
yeah.
keep the statue. I don't know what it's worth, but I don't want to sell it. I like statues of things. I want to put it in our manor.
So it's
Is
in
it flared
it's
at
in
the
the,
base?
so open up the party sheet, guys, and you guys can see what I'm doing for the stream. So you guys can see. Come on. So you can open them up
I
and
ha-
check them out and see. Let me,
I have a very important question.
okay.
Is the statuette flared at the base?
Yes, it has a base that it's flared out and it can stand on the base. Yes, that's how it stands up.
It's obviously a dildo, guys. Come on.
What? Terrible. Anyway, I would like to keep the statue for the manor. So I tell that to you guys. Hey, I know we could sell it, probably get some money, but I think we should keep it for the manor just as decoration for our cool manor. We're gonna have a dragon head and shark teeth and cool trophies of our victories in the past. If anybody's not opposed to that, that's what I'd like to do.
Togan doesn't know what manor you're talking about, but go
Well, you'll see.
pop off, King.
So we secured an area, a manor, both underground and up above ground in the city of. I don't remember what city
Vandalin.
is it.
Vandalin.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, we were
Vandalin.
going to go there and then we didn't.
Right, but we. Anyway, before we went back out to start seeking out the dragon. That's what we did. So we have one now, and it is being watched over and cared for by friends, former adventurers and girlfriends and things like that of
Yeah,
party.
my super hot ass
And
girlfriend.
the and, and the sidekicks are there now, right?
Yeah. And a rat. There's a giant
And the
rat.
sidekicks, yes.
And Grimmy. Not Grimmy. What's the sketchy thing that lives under the
Oh,
Sketchy thing.
Goopy? Goopy? Yeah, it's like a weird evil thing that
what did
tries
we
to
name him? Oh
rot
my
your
god,
mind.
I
It's
can't.
not Grimmy, it's like Goopy or
Oh, it's something a lot simpler.
Stabby. I don't know. He's got a
Stabby the space remote.
So the wand, by the way, does have a description that I missed. It is carved into a double helix, and it ends
Ooh.
in a rune-covered object that sort of looks like a doorknob.
Huh. Okay.
And his name is Creepy.
Creepy, that's right, not Grimmy, creepy. Because he's quite
That's
creepy.
a creepy name. Toggen's going to, if we're still looking at the wand, he's going to because it looks like a doorknob. He's going to try like swishing it at like the cave entrance and thinking of shit. What would he think of? I think maybe the cave to like the burrow underneath the hill where they first met. He's thinking of that cave when he swishes the wand at the entrance to the cave.
Okay, once again, the end lights up for a moment and then fades.
I don't know what to do with these.
Now, if you study it for an hour, you can figure it out. So the nice. Welcome, Arbania Raiders.
Oh,
Welcome.
welcome.
Drake Takes is here. He threw me some biddies yesterday, so thank you so much, Drake. And
Tiggle biddies.
They're people just found a bunch of. They had searched through these ruined ships. Over here, zoom out a little bit. They searched through these 5 ruined ships and found a bunch of stuff, loots. The only thing they haven't determined what it is yet is a magical wand of some kind.
Of some kind.
And a spell book that they can't read. But everything else they've found. And speaking of which, is there's a black silk bag that had 6 pearls in it.
Oh, cool.
Alright, so you guys, who wants to, so you're going to keep the cloak there, Taugen?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
I don't mind if you have the cloak. I already have one. I don't need to.
Yeah.
I have no interest.
Cool. Toggen's got a cool cloak now.
Woot woot. Toggen's
Alright, so
moving
we'll
on up.
distribute those out. And do a little
Each
bit
of us can have 2 pearls, if everybody's cool with that.
So I don't
We can just
know
hold on to them. We can sell them when we get to a point. If we're sure, I'm not going to keep a pearl, but we can sell them.
Yeah,
as a
I'm fine
group
with that
when,
too. I don't.
when we're back to town. We don't.
Yeah, I'm cool with that
Doesn't
too.
matter.
I have no want for pearls either. So
Yeah.
My inventory is already, a mile long as it is.
You guys also have some electrum that you share out between everybody.
Mm-hmm.
cool.
Nice.
And I'll hold on to the statue in my bag. If somebody else wants to carry the wand and the spell book, or I can hold on
Yeah.
to them until we get home. Whatever you guys want to do, I don't care.
Toggen will probably end up taking a look at the wand later because just the handle that looks like a doorknob is interesting to him. And
That
it
is
seems
very
like
cool.
nobody else here is very interested in it. So,
I am extremely interested. I just know I can't use it.
oh, that's fair, that's fair.
It's
I
like
mean, maybe
it's like a
like
large crane. Everything inside of me wants to get in the crane and try to operate it, but I'm fairly certain if I do, I will kill or hurt someone. And that's how magic works. So I'm not gonna fuck with it. I know if I point it at something and do stuff enough, things will happen. But I also don't want to kill my friend. So I'm gonna chill out with the wand.
like a.
Alright,
That's
so
fair.
as you guys are finishing up your rest, you do see that the shark has returned and is attacking the other sharks, the dead sharks, and starting to eat on those. The large shark
Okay.
itself is starting to be brought back out.
Can we tell if that's the shark that swam away from the lightning earlier?
Yes, there's a big scar, burn mark on its back. Yep.
Nice.
Alright, so you guys are ready to head out.
Yeah.
So you can
I don't know
tell
where.
now that the clouds are gone and such, and you've been sitting there for an hour, you now know that you are on the west coast.
Okay.
All right.
So then, should we just like?
So you pretty much can go north, south along the coast, or east.
Not to be confused with the Sword Coast, but we are on the west coast of the Sword Coast. Yes.
Yeah. There's.
So
Of whatever continent you're on the west coast.
we're on the west coast.
Turns out we're
So-
literally just on a tiny fucking island, and I mean, we're on the west coast of that island.
We're on Amity.
There's an in and out and like low
We
riders.
just
and-
found the wreck of the Orca, which Jaws destroyed in the first movie. So we must be on Amity Island.
I am not familiar.
You haven't seen Jaws? Oh my
No. That was Toggen.
Toggen.
He
Oh,
doesn't know what the
gotcha.
fuck Jaws is.
Yeah.
He's never heard of this shit. You guys keep making movie references, and first off, there's no fucking movies in this world. And second off, if there were movies, he has not seen them.
So,
Well-
Can we determine approximately where we are in relation to where we need to be? Or do I need to
Like I said,
call
you can go
Sylvanus
north,
and ask for help to
you
get
can
back
go
where we
south,
were?
or you can go east. Well, I mean, I guess you could start swimming west, but
We just go west, back into the water.
Terrible idea.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I think we should
I
start
think
going south,
Yeah,
or
Sylvie dropped her shake, so some of it.
you should
back
pray
up.
they
to
mean
Assuming
Sylvanus
that we're
more.
not
we can walk along the coast until we find a
was
river,
it $5?
and
I
then
have no
follow
idea how much
that.
shakes are. I haven't had a shake in years.
Altogether,
That is a
it's
good way to
10.75,
find
Okay.
1.75 over
civilization.
Thank you.
sorry, I didn't catch that. It was too much noise in the background. You said something about
Oh.
the best way to do something.
We could walk along the coast until we find a river, and then follow that river upstream, and maybe try finding civilization, or a town, or a road,
Cool. South or north?
South.
whichever way you want.
South is generally warmer, so let's go that way.
All right. Go south.
We're going south. Well, south is generally warmer, as long
Until
as
you
you're in
get
the
past
north.
the equator and then start moving really. Yes, exactly.
Alright, so you guys start heading south. Let me double check.
My survival's pretty high. I know Taugen's got good nature, so I don't think we'll get lost.
Well, it's also, you're following the coast, so it's not hard
Yeah.
to.
Yeah, it's hard to. Don't walk in the ocean.
You just
Don't
kinda
walk in the
veer,
ocean, look for a river.
All of
Yeah.
a sudden
You
you
know.
realize you can't see the ocean anymore, and you're like,
Like, oh
"What
no,
happened?" Okay,
where are we?
it's been 2 hours.
Turn to the right. Oh,
I
there
mean,
we are.
to be fair, we don't know where we are to start with, so we can't get more lost than this.
Yeah, but if we go over a hill and it's more ocean, we fuck.
Yeah, we'll just turn back and go north.
We're just in Rhode Island and we cross the state in like a day.
Exactly.
Where the shit are we?
Right?
It's just
Right.
it's just Manhattan. Just wildly close to the shore.
I don't think we are in Kansas anymore.
Exactly.
You could be in Hawaii on one of the Polynesian islands.
Survival.
We run into Maui
Click.
and then Disney sues us.
Alright, go ahead and
Shit.
all of you have rolls.
Aw, fuck.
I did not roll well.
Alright, so Gordon, you're able to track that you're actually, you see that the coast is actually going in a little bit, so you're moving
Going-
east
Slightly east as well. Okay.
as you're traveling south.
Screw.
And you've traveled for about an hour. You're guessing. Scrambles. It feels like you've gone about 20 miles.
Yeah.
And Toggin, you're not sure. You think you've gone maybe a mile and a half.
I can still see the lighthouse. I'm like, there's a lighthouse right there. We must be days away. My
Gordon,
survival.
you're pretty sure it's been about 4 miles or so, and you see off in the distance, you see a building of some kind. The cliff has receded, and you're now pretty much walking just above ocean level, sea level. So
I think Scrambles and Toggin are too busy discussing how far they think they've walked, and that's why we're not noticing shit.
Hey, look. There's a building ahead, and it's been about 4 miles.
Oh, that settles it. Nailed it.
But I mean, I'm out of game for just a second. One of my chief frustrations in some games that I have played is that when the DM gives a piece of information to somebody in the group that the whole group really needs, that too many people don't pass on that information. So I
Yes,
sometimes
right.
get a little silly on the fact that I literally repeat whatever the DM just said. Like, everybody knows. It's pretty rare that I don't.
Yes.
Yeah,
And it's
I have whispered to other
Interesting.
people in the party so many times that they're like, "Yeah, I really wish somebody would heal me or something," and I'm like, "Have you tried saying that?
Yeah,
Like,
ask.
please,
Heal
ask."
like
me.
with the
I'm
We don't-
sharks.
dying.
With the
I'm
sharks,
bleeding out.
You see sharks out in the water, and they won't say
Yes.
anything. And I wait, and then because I don't just want to say, "God," and you see sharks. I want them to
You want Gotten to
okay.
say that Gotten sees sharks.
Anyway,
Yes.
yeah, it happens so much.
Exactly. Anyway, back to this. Yeah. So, shall we approach the building?
Heck yeah.
Maybe
we
a
should
little
go
more
to the building.
carefully. I'll let.
So you see, it looks like a Fisher's hut, a house. It's actually not a hut. It's a nice house. It's built back away from the water, way above the water line. You see, there's a couple small boats beached up on the water, up on the land now. Looks, you're guessing, as you've been watching the sun is now almost touching the water. You're guessing it's about 3:30, 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Hey,
I'll let Scrambles take the lead
2 for 6 is back at.
since he's so
10 piece, quarter pounder.
he's so he's so diplomatic.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Does it?
I'm-
I guess. Does it look like anybody's home? Is there like smoke or something?
You don't see smoke, but yes, you do. You can tell it does look like there's people there.
Wait.
Is that a shake or is that a tucker?
It's a shake that got spilled.
Oh no! Not your shake.
Yes, there's a.
Did a shake get rattled and rolled?
Yeah, apparently, I haven't had one in like 4.5, 5 years, and now still probably won't have. Alright,
It sounds
so what
like
do you guys do?
it got a little bit scrambled.
There is a.
Eh,
There do look to be people there.
I figure if Scrambles goes first, they see him and we won't look quite as bad.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, why is Scrambles the party leader? You realize
Scrambles?
I'm 7'3". I have glowing eyes.
We're
horns out
all
of my
freaking
head.
huge, monster-looking
Yeah.
creatures. There's no. Toggin might be the only one that looks reasonably humanoid compared
And it's
to.
funny because
you and
Toggen's
me.
the one with the highest charisma. So like we are letting Scrambles go first, so that Toggen looks like a perfectly reasonable person to talk to.
My charisma's
Exactly.
pretty freaking high. But I
It is,
look
Toggen
but
has a
people
plus
have to-
4.
People have to at least be willing to talk to you first to get to it.
Yeah.
We are not the prettiest group.
No, we're terrifying.
You may want to let the buff Smurf go first.
I think we're gorgeous. Oh,
Papa Smurf, 7 foot. Papa Smurf.
Well, we'll come, and I'm gonna take out my loot, my magical loot, and I'm gonna play a nice little song with my magical loot, and sing songs about bunnies and foxes and things like that, in hopes that
murder all the bunnies, eat all the foxes.
a bunny and a fox will come out and dance around me as we walk,
Oh,
and I'll sing a song
wow,
about
that's
killing the shark.
disturbing.
It's not disturbing. They're cute little animals dancing
And
around
about-
us.
And about how cool it was when you
Murdered a shark.
rode the shark.
Oh, it's just
Yeah.
seeing a minotaur behave like a fawn is unique.
I rolled really shitty though. Damn it.
And I
My
plug my
performance is
ears.
So much better than that.
Wow, we need to practice on that. Yeah, hey, shake some of that sand out of that loot, will you?
I get a +2 for performance, and I still rolled a fucking 9. Anywho,
Ouch.
All right, so
I've been walking for a while. I'm not really sure which direction I'm
what are the rest
traveling.
of you doing? The two of you, what are you doing?
Following, plugging my ears, and following.
Yeah, I mean, Toggen's mostly following along. He's like looking around the area to see if like he can tell like I guess like how many people are likely to be here.
Are you
I don't
adding to
really know the
your?
fantasy equivalent of, seeing how many cars are in the driveway or like something like that. But
Are you
he's
adding to
basically
his
just
performance with your instrument, or?
Boats.
Welcome to Fish Hut Population 5.
right.
Sign.
Talgan, are you going to be playing your instrument as well, or no?
Uh sure, yeah. Uh and so as Scrambles is
As long as it's not like a battle drum.
no, as Scrambles is playing, Toggen pulls out like this like wooden box with some metal twines on it, and he starts playing along, but like who knows? Oh, that's I still have gotten all night. Uh,
You're the Neil Peart of Cajon.
so he's plucking out like a little melody to go along with your song.
Okay.
Nice.
You're doing the heavy lifting here. Good job. 21 is much better than my shitty ass 9.
Right.
All right, so. And then the last thing we want is this from the two of you. Actually, I'll do all three. So as you all are playing, and the sound carries, and you see some figures moving, and they're coming out of the house. And you guys each have roles in front of you.
Oh, here it is. Oh.
Very nice. All right, and Godin.
Oh, sorry. I probably don't look quite as persuasive when I've got my ears plugged, grimacing.
All right, so you see these this family come out, and you see that they're the you see 4 figures on the roof of the house, and they have 2 of them have crossbows, 2 of them have bows, and they look to be anywhere from 10 years old to somewhere in their 20s, teenagers. You're not really sure, and you see this tall, very well muscled man with scraggly beard. He's has a trident. He just sort of has it casually by his side as he's and has a net in his other hand as he steps out. And you see also a very well muscled woman come step beside him. She has a bow in her hand, but she hasn't drawn the arrow yet. It's knocked, but not down by her side in one hand. You see she has an axe at her side. As the two of them sort of stand together and are just watching you guys as you come forward.
I'm gonna put my hand up. Ah, good afternoon, friends. And wave at them. Stop playing my guitar and put it over my shoulder. How is this day treating you?
That catch was pretty good today. What brings you to our house? Not many come this far.
Shoreline.
I'm
We were-
afraid we do not know
The
where
ocean.
we are.
We were up the
We have-
road at the lighthouse, and honestly, we got kind of turned around. Not quite sure where we're going, so we just started walking down the coastline to try to find a river to lead us more inland. We'd love it if you could point us in that direction. Could even kick
Or-
you a few coin if you'd be willing to guide us towards the woods.
Or tell us where the heck we are. You know, like how close are we to Fandolin, to the woods, to Silver Spine, whatever it was we were close to.
So the couple sort of looks at each other. That cursed lighthouse make your ship crash as well? Seems awful bright for it to be drawn in by the lighthouse.
No longer
Is-
cursed. Thank you very much. We have decursified it.
It
Yeah.
should not draw in ships any longer.
If you're looking for Fandolin, if you head east, a couple hours you'll hit the King's Road, the high road, and follow it north a little bit, and you'll see the Triborough Trail. Probably 3 days. Not sure how welcome you'll be, to be honest, but if that's where you're headed. Neverwinter's about a week north. Follow the road, it should only take you maybe 4 days.
Why would you say that we wouldn't be welcome in Fandolin? I mean,
Because look at us, and I'll kind of punch you
other
in the
than the
arm.
fact that we're ugly as sin.
Look at us. Well, hey, we appreciate the direction there, and we'll be on our way.
No, I mean, is there some information that he had that that something happened while we were off, out away from Fandolin?
Don't worry, Cotton. I think you are so pretty.
I don't know. It's been a couple years since I've been to Fandolin. Last I checked, it was mostly human settlement. Not all humans are as hesitant to attack bugbears and minotaurs as we are.
Ah, so this is not recent information that something happened. That's good. We actually hail from Fandolin, so.
Leylon is to the south. If you take the road south, about a day's travel. So,
Well,
you
All
can
right.
see the P's, you all,
Mm-hmm.
see the P.
and the lighthouse was in the hex above you.
I mean, if we were closer to the shore, then we would have been. There would be pee in the water.
Bam.
You were in the water, yep.
No, it's just P on the map. Well, we
It's just
appreciate
P on
your
the coast.
kindness and your ability to see the world is changing, and we're gonna head over towards Fandolin. Feel free to stop by if you ever want to. We're making big changes over there.
I want
You're gonna
that.
like it, I'm sure.
One of the girls from the
You
roof,
sound like you're running for our mayor or something.
one of the
He
girls from the
probably
roof
is.
yells out, "Hey, you said there was gonna be some coin if we told you where you were." And
That he said there would be some coin if we guided us. But I guess it could be interpreted that way.
Hushes her.
Hmm.
Well, he did say
Shoot.
Well, you're not wrong. I did mention that, so hey, like I said, we appreciate it, and here you go. And I'll reach into my backpack, and I'll grab out. Where's my coin? Where's my money at? What page is that?
It's in your
Inventory.
inventory at
Yep.
the bottom.
Okay, inventory. Thank you. I'll grab out. I don't know. There's 4 of them there. I'll grab out 5 copper pieces. Drop them over to him.
Hey, it's 100 gold, 100 copper to a gold, by the way, just in case you had forgotten.
Oh. Then
Uh,
It's
no.
like
Give them an
4
electrum,
pennies.
I guess. Yeah.
I don't know.
Tuggan will give them an electrum.
Okay.
Or,
But
like,
isn't a gold a day's wage?
Yes.
I thought a gold was like. Oh. Never mind. If it's a
Yeah.
day's wage, then just a gold piece, then. Right?
Gold is a lot of money, so I don't know. I'll get 4 copper pieces out then.
Or.
Excuse me, 4 silver pieces. My bad.
I
There you
have
go.
no concept of money, so.
I'll give you-
The silver made more sense to me too. I agree.
I'll give them 4 silver. They're children on a roof. Like, I don't give a shit about them. But
Well,
I
a
appreciate their
child
information.
and their parents.
So I'll give them 4 silver pieces for basically not getting murdered by us.
So Taugen and Scrambles, just subtract.
I took it from my inventory already.
Manually subtract
Oh.
your gold, your coins.
Yeah,
they'll leave
Tuggen
them
will
where
do
you
an
left
electrum
them
then.
and say, we thank you.
I'm going to work. I'm
Cool.
gonna do something.
All right, so you now know where you are. Where would you like to go?
I like to think that because Mantha has no concept of money in this world, Tuggen just also doesn't. He has no idea how much money is a lot of money. He has some, but like, it is mostly for trading purposes. He doesn't know what it's worth.
I would like to go back to Phandalin, drop all of our crap off and regroup, and then go from there. If everybody's
Might as
okay
well.
with that.
Closer than I bet we need to regroup a little before we head up to kill Dragonage anyway.
Yeah.
And I definitely need to rest in a bed for a change.
If you'd like to see this manor that you are talking about.
You gotta see it. It's such a good manor. As a matter of fact, it's the best manor in town. It's the best manor in town.
Well, the saying is a matter of fact, but I
No
bet
matter-
you fill it with all manner of things.
No matter which way you slice it, it's the best.
Oh gosh, I haven't been upping the pun counter, but I'm
You know
sure
what?
that's at least 4.
Manor woman,
Our,
you're gonna love it. Oh, ooh, we're getting them all in there.
I mean, if you have like a well or something, you could start selling mineral water.
There you go.
All right. So
I
you
don't
head
think
we
back
have
to
a-
Phandalin, start heading east.
I don't think we have a well, but we might get one
Yet.
just for the pun. Just for the pun.
All right, so you guys hit the high road, and it's time to rest. So you guys make a camp for the night.
Oh yeah, we've got
definitely.
this big old tent. I mean,
Yeah, might as well. Try it
fuck
out.
yeah. He's rolling dice, guys.
Okay. So you all, let me do this. Click, click, click. All right, and you are able to determine. It only has 1 charge left today, but
Oh.
because you used 2 of them.
Oh.
But this is a wand
Nice.
of secrets.
Nice. It's good to know there wasn't a trap door on that hill.
Right?
There were no secret doors on the side of the cliff.
Or traps.
Or traps.
I feel like maybe I'm just like projecting, and this isn't good characterization, but I feel like this is something that Scrambles would like. Because he's the kind of person to just throw everything he comes across against the wall, so I feel like he's also the kind of person to just try using the Wand of Secrets wherever he goes.
I for sure would.
But it only has 3 charges, so.
Yeah, I would definitely use it twice a day. I have a wand of pyrotechnics that I shoot off probably once a week. So, I find any reason I can to set it off.
Right?
So, it's
So,
just more fun stuff.
Kendrick, do you concur? Do you think that... Are you okay with Scrambles getting the Wand of Secrets? If you're saying anything, we can't hear you.
What? I'm sorry, did you ask me a question?
Yeah.
Do you care if I have the wand of secrets?
No, I have no interest in the wand. It is all yours.
Well, I'll use it for our own good anyway. So,
Yeah.
check for
I
secrets.
feel like
I'm-
you are
I'm-
definitely the person that would remember to use it
Very,
too.
very much looking forward to the ways that you will.
I for
'cause-
sure will fuck around with that wand.
Yeah. I'm still trying to get over the fact that you almost tried to decide whether or not a necklace was magical or not by throwing it against a wall.
That is absolutely. That is definitely something I have. Yeah.
I'm actually wondering whether whether the DM specifically put that in there because he knew you might try it.
Likely.
I throw
Anyway.
God,
things.
what a great way to get a TPK.
Scrambles throws things he's not sure if they're magic or not against the wall so frequently that it's one of our quotes. Like,
And it's
a
worked.
quote of the
He is
day.
literally 100% accurate so far.
Yeah, so far.
And you would have been very accurate with that one too. The results would have been obvious.
Yes. It was a magical.
As we say in Valhalla.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it was magical.
Oh, I'm scrolling back and finding it so funny that Sven added the "Don't act for 1 second that you think I'm smart enough to realize you can't talk underwater." He added that to the quotes. I love that.
For sure. Scrambles. Not a thinker. I'm not. I could breathe and like talk and walk and stuff, but like, I'm not real smart here. Okay.
But you're
Yeah.
not too sure if you're above or underwater.
I just don't know how talking works. I have never tried to talk underwater before, so I wouldn't know that I can't do that.
You do know you can't breathe underwater, though,
That's the most time
Or-
I've ever spent at the beach.
right?
So
All right,
anyway,
so the next morning comes. You guys
yeah, pack
have
up our camp.
taken a long rest. I don't know, Taugen. I don't remember how your spells works. If you have to select them, Galadin, you can switch out your spells if you wish to.
Well,
I don't know how his spells work either.
So, there we go.
why did all my spells disappear when I did the combat thing? That's weird. Once you reset and all my spell slots are available, it should be in the combat section. It should show them all, and it's not. We'll go back to standards. That's very
You
annoying.
may not have them.
Prepared.
Yeah, that's why you don't have them selected. So if you go to preparation, and then you
Yeah.
just fill. So there are many clerics I know who have every single possible spell they can in their list. So to prepare them, you have to click the little circle. So just click the circles on all of them, and then when you go to combat, they'll show up.
Yeah, I got them.
'Cause you
Do
can
I have to do that every time we do a rest? Probably.
In theory, no. It should be fine.
Usually it just stays that way. Yeah, because I haven't ever changed it. I just use the same ones. I will add a new one when I get new ones, but this is the group I want. So
Yeah, I'm the same way with my other cleric. I feel like
I have a handful. I have like 2 or 3 extra on my cleric, but for the most part, I have the same ones. Alright, so, like ceremony, in case somebody wants to be married, I can marry them. Or I can make holy water as well.
You
Nice,
just gotta
nice.
boil the hell out of it.
That's right. I make holy water. Alright, so as you guys are headed off, you turn on the Tribord Trail, stop for lunch, and then you're headed out again. And I need. Good, I have all three of you selected. Let's do this. Clickety, click.
Clickety
Alright, so
clackety.
you have three roll. All of you have a roll in front of you. Taugen, you see some movement in the bushes ahead of you.
I think he probably immediately points it out.
Alright.
Oh,
So you are not surprised.
It's just a bunny rabbit.
oh, Scrambles, I'm dragging the wand into the party sheet. If you want to
Cool.
take that out of there.
Yeah, I'll snatch that out of there. Thank you.
Alright, so he's pointing to the north, and I'm actually going to say with the roll he made, you guys are a little bit farther back. So you're here. You may move yourselves up to 10 feet if you do not like the order that you're traveling in.
Fine.
Yeah, I'm fine with that too. I'm gonna move over here.
Pull this over, okay.
Why?
Alright. Boom.
Why there's two sets of lines here. You got green and a black.
The green ones are the ones that we snap to.
Okay.
Yes.
Also, the black ones are much larger.
Yes, they are.
So yes, the green ones are the ones that we're using. I didn't even notice. So I had zoomed out so much I didn't realize that this was a gridded map. I don't typically use the gridded maps ever. Alright, so let me click on this.
If you look hard, you can see the little tiny black lines, but you have to be really trying, so I don't care.
Well, it's just the green is so light. It was just confusing as to whether I was actually in a square or not.
No.
Where I'm at right now, because the
Yeah.
black lines are actually a little darker for me.
He's channeling, you know.
There we go. Yellow's good. That seems to be a little better because I can see it. Or
There you
white. Ooh, even better.
White is good, yeah.
Awesome.
I like the lines to be as light as possible so that it.
Oh, me too.
have
If
this
if there wasn't other crossing lines, that would be fine.
so that you have more immersion, in my opinion. But that's right.
Blurred lines.
I'm not the only one playing. Alright, so you guys see this odd thing come crawling out from behind the bush? It's a large purple spider that's got small claws on their feet. This thing is.
Ew. Bloated purple spider.
Bruh. That's fucking ugly.
That is a nightmarish creature for me.
That is something I don't want to ever see. I'm pretty sure if I saw that IRL, I would take a point of madness.
Yeah. You're not wrong.
Is it holding that wand also?
Yes, it is holding a staff.
Bruh.
That's weird.
And As it steps out, you suddenly stop hearing anything.
Oh, that
There are no
sucks.
birds, there are no insects, there's no wind. You can feel the wind, but you do not hear anything.
Tuggin tries saying something.
You do not hear it. You cannot speak.
Okay.
Alright, go
I'm
ahead.
so glad that he immediately pointed it out, guys. So glad.
Said something about you can't hear anything. We can't.
Correct.
Yeah.
As in the whole area is like super suddenly quiet.
Correct.
Yes.
Okay,
As in magical silence.
gotcha.
So, oof.
It just
Any,
could be a coincidence.
Verbal spell components.
And maybe Talking just has something in his throat, stuck in his throat. Maybe try clearing your throat.
Right.
Maybe you would talk.
So I'm gonna. Does it look like to me that that thing is being aggressive right now? Is it coming toward us? Just happened to crawl
It
out of the
moved
bushes.
out and just made gestures, and all of a sudden everything got quiet.
Hmm.
You have a pretty good idea that it was the one that did it. We can make it official though, so go ahead and give me this. And regardless of anything else, it is, as you said, a nightmarish creature.
All right.
Whether you feel like you want to go give it a hug or not is up to you, but it is a nightmarish, scary creature.
Bruh.
Oh, can't do that. Sorry, scrolling through the things that I a minute ago I had no
Checking.
spells.
Yeah, checking which of your spells have verbal components.
That too.
Yeah.
A good chunk of mine
I've
are
already done that.
semantic.
Well, somatic is
I mean,
using movement. You're
yeah,
looking
movement.
for the V.
No, I know. I'm looking for anything that doesn't have a V. I don't
right.
have any. I have nothing that has a verbal component right now.
Nice. All of my
Um,
spells have a verbal component.
that I know of. Except
Not
for
anymore.
guiding bolt.
Yeah, no, not anymore.
Not anymore. They fucking
Sacred.
don't.
Those two are both touch. I can't do touch. How about that? Also verbal. Bummer. Verbal. Verbal. All right, so I actually can't do any of those things. So I will pull out my crossbow and aim carefully and shoot. I will use my inspiration for that.
Okay.
Still missed. All right.
All right.
Scrambles.
Scrambles is going to run over 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and then I'm going to cast my echo in the square adjacent to it.
Okay.
So I'm
There are
gonna
12
charge.
of them.
Well, I can't make it over there one run. I don't
No,
have
but
the
which-
movement for
which
it.
square?
Uh, that one.
Okay.
So I'm gonna charge over there. Woof, 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 axe. As I run away from the rest of the group, do I begin to hear things or no? Cool. So you guys see Scrambles run over there with his axe. As you've seen many times before, a darker kind of shady version of him pops up in front of this weird spider fucking thing, and it goes to attack it. Oops, wrong one. There it is. That's the first attack. And my second attack. Boom. Damage for the first one. And damage for the second one. So I run over there. My shadow appears. Starts hacking at it. Cack, cack. And then I turn around. You can see me like yelling things at you. And I go back to fighting. I turn back around and start looking at my echo. And that is
Alright.
Scrambles.
Taugen.
Toggin is going to look over at this thing, maybe step a little bit to the side to have a more clear view of it. And he's gonna try hexing it with amnesia. Because that only has somatic components. So, he's gonna try.
Okay.
Oof. So, that doesn't work. So, he's gonna, I guess, head closer to where Scrambles is, actually. He's gonna go there.
Moral of the story.
And actually, there.
Moral of the story
That's where
is
he's moving.
no matter how much you try, you can't forget how ugly you are.
What?
No matter how much you try, you can't forget how ugly you are.
Oh.
Amnesia doesn't work.
Yeah, right.
Alright, and
Well, yeah, it would be cool if it worked because if it had spells prepared, it wouldn't remember that it had those spells, so it couldn't cast them.
Well, I agree, that'd be awesome.
So Scrambles, did you want Nightmare to act? If it gets hurt, then you don't know if you can even fix it.
No.
But
Nightmare's
it could
gonna
attack if you want.
No, Nightmare's gonna sit this one out.
Alright, so we're just making him go away. Okay.
God, fucking better.
Yeah, it's not a battle force.
So he's gone. Alright. Top of the next round, we have Godin. And we'll go ahead and do one more round, finish this round, and then we'll be done for tonight. We cannot hear you, Kendrick, if you're saying something.
Nope, not talking yet. All right, so I'm moving to there.
Immersive. Godin also can't hear anything.
Alright, moving 30 feet. Let me see. 1, 2, 3.
That's different. 30 feet. You went backwards, or you stopped, or you canceled it.
You didn't go from center to. So go from square to square. Instead of,
I however you want to do it, I just get me 30 feet closer. That's what the distance that said 30 feet.
right, but you didn't know. I don't know what squares you went through.
According to this, it was just now 25, so I still have 5 more feet, which would put me where I wanted to be in the first place.
Which is
Because I
where.
wanted to be. What?
So go ahead and move the last 5 feet. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's where I went. Okay, so
Yeah, he just
anyway,
wants to know which
The
squares you
difference
traveled
is if
through.
you just have. If you do this, I don't know what squares you're going through.
and you
Whereas
need
the
to
way
know
I
what squares
did
I'm going through.
it, whereas going like this tells me exactly what squares you went through.
For the purpose of what? Traps?
Traps, going out of
Out of range of spells.
threats, threatened
Yeah, but there's
squares, things like that
none of that here. So,
that you can see.
I mean,
You don't know.
That you know about.
in the open forest on the road that we've traveled a dozen times.
That you
Just
know about.
again,
Damn, that sucks. Did you use your inspiration for the day?
Yes.
Yep.
Only one who hasn't is Tuggan.
Yeah. Probably should have used that when we were like exploring the boats, but like,
Also, if at any point we
too
get
late
hit,
now.
we need to heal each other with our extra HP.
Oh right.
So if at any point any of us take damage, that person's going to heal as much as they can. If everyone's cool with
For
that,
sure. Yeah.
so we don't lose it in the next 2 minutes.
Right.
If you
Sure.
want to
I
give the
feel that.
spider one more turn, we're cool with that. Can cheat our damage on there.
Right.
Oh, I don't like that noise. No.
You see another spider come crawling out
I do.
Oh,
I
across
just,
fuck
the
that.
road,
I don't like that.
and it tries
Oh
to
fuck
bite
that.
Scrambles.
Scribbles.
Oh
This
fuck
is
that.
not the same thing. This just looks like a huge spider, or compared to what a normal spider would look like.
Is a big boy.
And you feel yourself, your muscles starting to lock up, but you're able to fight it off.
Okay.
All right, Taugen.
You know what? Toggin thinks it's a good idea, and he's going. Before this spider can do whatever else it's gonna do, Toggen's gonna try hexing it again. We'll
Okay.
see. Aha!
All right, this time it failed.
So now it has temporarily forgotten the last 24 hours. And so if it has any spells prepared, they are no longer prepared because it does not remember them. And I will throw amnesia back in the chat for reference. Let me mark off the hex points. Yeah, I don't know. That's what he does. He's gonna move a little bit closer, and that's his turn.
All right, and with that, you can now hear as well, so all of you can hear.
Nice.
Alright, so I'm just checking to see exactly what this thing can do. That's funny. So it is going to slash at the echo with his staff.
Heck yeah. Is it a staff of infection?
It is not. He misses,
misses.
so he's also going to slash at him with his claw. It's also a miss. All right, so
Wow.
he definitely dodges out of the way.
That's elusive tonight, man.
All right, so that will be it for him or her. You don't know.
Then
Scrambles.
Brambles is gonna attack the ugly ass spider thing with the. Which means Scrambles' echo is going to attack the same thing again. Try and kill it, get it out of here. Ooh, but I missed on the first one, that's okay. Second attack. That's a hit, that's a good hit. Alright. Damage. Mish. 11. I'm gonna use my Unleash Incarnation and attack with my echo again.
Okay.
So I focus down. My first one didn't hit too good, so I feel like crap about it. I attack it again. Nat 20.
Nice.
And then I'm gonna do my. So is that an
nice
extra
crit.
attack action? Let me see what Unleash Incarnation does again. I don't remember exactly if it's another action or if it's. How your echoes free whenever you take the attack, you can make an additional melee attack. Okay, so no, it's just one more attack, but it's still a crit, which is awesome. And let's do some damage to it. Boom. Alright, so yeah, I miss on the first one, look a little frustrated, and then sink my blade into it pretty deep with the axe a second time.
Nice. Meanwhile, you're dodging and weaving as this thing is
Yeah.
trying to hit you. Alright, and that will bring us to the top of the next round, where we will leave it until next week. So cool, you guys found a bunch of treasure stuff. And
Before we leave it to next week, can we heal Scrambles using 3 of the
Yeah.
whatever, the 17
Okay.
HP?
And do you want to heal the spider for the other 14?
No, thank you.
No thank you,
I will allow it
actually.
if you wish.
No, I've done some serious damage to it. I'm good.
Okay.
No, I mean, if Lolin or, any
Lilo.
of the other party members are hurt, let's send it towards their directions. But,
Heck yeah.
I don't particularly want to make friends with this spider. Don't
No.
know why.
Alrighty, well, we will. This is where we'll leave it then. Thank you so much for playing, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. It is my last night of freedom, and I choose, before I go back to work, I choose to spend it with you guys because I enjoy it. It's fun.
Oh.
And I hope you all enjoy it as well. So, Raiders, looks like you guys are gone, but I appreciate you stopping by. And don't forget to like, subscribe. If you want to see what happened last week with all the shark wrangling, check it out on the socials. And wherever else you do, enjoy the rest of your day. Say good night, guys.
Good night, guys.
Good night, guys.